Hi everyone, I'm Tabitha and today we're checking in on February's progress. Welcome back to the channel. You probably already know I have some pretty massive year-long goals that I'm working towards. They actually look like this. And every month I like to pause and check in and have you hold me accountable by explaining what I actually got through and if I actually made progress towards any of those big goals. At the end of January, my progress looked more like this. So lots of things had gotten accomplished in January. It wasn't amazing progress, I wouldn't say, but it's only 1 month. And you know what? We got through it and that's it. So I'm gonna, change this out. Let's look at February and just keep going and see how I did. So in February, I decided to zero in on and focus in on working on that draft of the short story anthology that you see up there in my writing goals. I decided I needed to pick a theme and really pick which stories were going to be in it and start working on them. In my head, I was like, oh, I'll get all the final, the drafts done and get them all picked. So let's talk about the positives for that, yeah? So positives, I picked a theme. That's number one. I picked a theme for the anthology, which is good. It was a struggle. I couldn't kind of figure out what I wanted to focus on and how these stories were all going to come together. And so I was really excited that I did pick one. Curious what that theme was? Well, make sure you're following and my blog and that you subscribe for the newsletter on my blog because I did restart my newsletter. And in the March newsletter, I'm going to make sure people know what that theme was. So I'm not going to tell you now, but sign up for that newsletter if you want that info. Then I did pick I think right now I'm at 15 stories that are going to go in that anthology that sort of hit that theme that I was looking for. I adore all of the ideas and I'd really love to include them all if I can find a way to make the word counts work. Then I started drafting the stories individually. So really I have like 15 documents, each one with a story that I'm sort of tweaking and trying to make work. The idea was that once I was happy with it and I thought it worked and the word count was right, I was going to copy and paste it into this like final main document, right, where I'm keeping all of them together and the formatting will happen, right? Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So the negatives. There are 2 stories in that final draft document. 2 out of 15. Yeah. So not great. Really, I think what happened is like I'm having some trouble committing to final drafts. I think I love the story idea. I love what's happening with them. I love the way they're shaping up. I can even see most of them coming back to the theme, but like I'm really having commitment phobia of going, yes, this is good. Other people will enjoy this. Let's put it in the short story. Yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm going to end up taking some of those drafts all the way back to like step 1 and reworking a little bit of them. I'm sure I'm going to come back to this again. I don't think I'll power through it in March. I think I'll probably end up taking a break from it. But basically, I'm happy that I picked a theme and picked where I want to go with the stories. I worked on the anthology. I'm not done with it. I'm going to have to come back to it. So as far as the goals check, I consider writing and editing and publishing those to be all kind of my writing realm. And I would say I didn't really do much else in February. Except for the anthology. So I did edit the parts of the short stories that were already written. So when I ever do my quarterly wrap up, you might see those stats show that I did edit in February, but it was mostly the anthology chapters that were already written. I did add a lot of words. I don't know, I'm at like 20,000 words for February or something. February's not quite over yet at the time of filming this. It's a good balance of writing and editing for such a short month, I guess, which is good, but it's probably not going to look too impressive when 2021 as a whole is finally done. Whatever. But I did restart my newsletter, as I already mentioned, so just make sure you do that. I did also get the mock-up of the Fran 4 cover done. So that's all promising. Really exciting. I did get a lot of things done. I just don't know how impressive it'll look at the end of the year when I'm looking at stats. But whatever. I made progress and that's good. So what's next? Well, for March, I'm going to need to do a title and cover reveal for Fran 4 at some point. The last beta is really working on Fran 4 right now, so I'm hoping the fast progress happens with that. Really, we're still looking at a May release. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't be able to do that. Formatting is going to need to be finished for Fran 4, but that's all me. I can do that. I do maybe want to tackle Fran 5's edits, get myself back in the Fran mindset and really look at Fran 5 and tackle those edits. Of course, I'm invested in the short story anthology right now. So I don't know, like I don't think I want to keep battling with those, but it's still a possibility, I guess. Anyway, if I had to choose right now, and I really don't because I think I have a few days left, I would probably choose to switch to Fron 5. But that always changes last minute. You never know with me. So keep up to my Instagram description. I mean, in the description, you can find the link. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. That's where I'm usually the best at keeping people posted on what I'm actually working on. But yeah, that's, if I had to choose right now, I think I'd switch to Fron 5, probably. Now to those other goals in that bottom corner down there. Those goals are different because I sort of have to make progress on them every month. So I think you can see January's progress numbers are still there, and we're just going to add to those because in order to make these, I got to keep working. So the first one is to read and review 104 books by the end of the year. So far at the time of filming this, I'm at 17, but I do have a few days left in the month, and I'm currently working on 2 books. So we're just going to assume I finished the 2 I'm working on and put the total at 19. Here was the official February TBR. Those are all the reviews that'll be coming on that first round review video. I don't even know when that's going up, but when it does, these are the ones that I absolutely had to get through. So it was 3 reviews, The Beast of Wheeler Ridge, Dawn's Legacy, and Gypsies, Tramps, and Wea. It was 1 advanced reader copy, that was Cerule, and then it was 1 Shield, which was the book that's been recommended to me. In this case, it was Good Omens. After I finished those 5, I started spinning the bonus wheel. So I just want to say February, is wrapping up, and I still love this bonus wheel. Like, I'm not tired of it. I still love it. I can't even explain how much I enjoy introducing this little drop of like randomness into my bonus reading, which has been just so much fun. So I'm going to highly suggest, if you and I ever need a new book at the same time, if you see me posting to Instagram, hey, I'm about to spin the wheel, and you're like, wow, I need to start a new book this month too. I'm just finished mine. Totally take the wheel spin for yourself too. It's so much fun to have that little drop of randomness added. My first wheel spin ended on Shop by Cover, which was one you guys told me to add to my wheel. I picked Soul's Choice by Carrie Davidson. I love Carrie. I follow her on Twitter. She's hilarious. I've enjoyed her other books, which I think are like right over my shoulder here. But I had never read Soul's Choice, and I picked it exclusively because that cover is gorgeous. It had that smoky purple quality I was just going for. I loved it. It'll be on my second review video, but the book was beautiful too. The inside is just as beautiful as the outside. It packed an emotional punch, and it was exactly what I wanted, so the wheel did not let me down. My second spin landed on Start a Series. I did use a random number generator to pick which series. I have like 15 of them I've never read the first book in. I used a random number generator to pick it, and it picked Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. Shocked a lot of people that I haven't read that series. Honestly, it's the one I'm reading right now, so I can't give you a lot of feedback on how I'm digging it yet, but I will finish it before the month's over. It's the one I'm currently working on. February was a short month, so blame that for only having 2 bonus wheel spins, I guess. So with those all completed, and with the wheels shaking out that way, this is what my February actually read looks like. So 3 reviews, 1 ARC, 1 Shield, 2 audiobooks, and 2 bonus wheel spins make February a 9-book month. Not too bad. So what's next on the book reading front? Well, in March, I have 2 advanced reader copies that I need to get to, Lost Village and Gatekeeper of Paracel. I have 2 review requests I have to get to. That's Color of Your Voice and Death Donor. And of course, 1 Shield. I only do 1 Shield now. The rest are bonus wheel spins. So the Shield for March is supposed to be highest rated on my TBR. So I'm going to go to my trusty Goodreads here and let's see what it is. So open my Goodreads app. Make sure I'm going want to read. There we go. Instead of sorting by whatever the heck I'm sorting by now, I'm going to sort by average rating. And then we're going to go make sure I'm going high to low, which actually is how it opened. It opened high to low with an average of 4.61 stars, which is, that's insane. For how many reviews it has, that is an insane amount of high rating. Wow, that's a lot. Anyway, okay, so it looks like I'm adding The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson to my TBR, so why don't I sound excited? This book's 1,000 pages, friends. It's long. It's 1,000 pages, and now I'm like, oh my God, I have to get that one done in March. Yeah, I'm having a little panic, a little bit of panic. It's okay. I'm going to get an audiobook from the library, and then I'll also get the book if I can, and maybe I'll try tackling it both at once. Yeah. All right, so I'm a little nervous about that. So it's long. I'm going to probably make that the last of my required 5, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to be picky. I don't DNF books if I don't have to, but we'll see. I am so nervous right now about trying to get that one done in March. Anyway, with those books, this is what my official March must-read TBR looks like. There's those 5. Pray for me. Let's hope I get through this. The next one of those big year-long ones that I always have to be chipping away at is, of course, this YouTube goal to post 52 videos right here to this channel you're watching. This one should be the 5th for the month. So it puts us at 10 for the year, I think. I don't know. It's funny how I lose count so fast, but I'm pretty sure that's what we're at. I will say, without getting, too overly personal or whatever, we do have, my husband has an upcoming surgery in March, so my family will be focused on that. So I'm not sure that we'll miss weeks, so thank you in advance for forgiving us if we miss weeks. I'll try to remember to repost old fun videos on Tuesdays instead and be like, hey, watch this one. We don't have a new one, so just watch this really cool one we like. So it's good. I think we're ahead a little, having 10 already done when our plan was to have at least 4 a month. So we're a little ahead, which is good because we might miss some. But I did post 5 in March. So my favorite for March that I posted was probably the editing tips video. It was a fun one. It's always fun to talk about editing. I love editing. I have a love-hate relationship with editing, just like everybody. But I do enjoy it more than some people. So I like putting tips together for those of you who absolutely detest it. I'll make sure I drop that video in the description in case you missed it. Yeah, go check it out. That was a fun one. So we're on track. Yay. So the last of the big ones that I said it was going to take me all year to do was to revamp the blog. Right now, if you were to go to my blog, hey, go to my blog. It's in the description. You're not going to notice a lot of difference. It looks exactly the same. I will tell you, though, that I have a lot of pages you can't see that are hidden that I'm playing with that are me trying out some of the changes that we might want to do to the blog. So I am still playing with it. I am still drafting. But the cool thing to come out of February was that the newsletter got kickstarted again. Finally. So the first newsletter went out in February. You haven't missed much. Yeah, go sign up for it so you don't miss anything new. Woo! I've already talked about it like 4 times in this video, so if you haven't done it yet, go do it. Anyway, so the blog is making progress. Still just in planning stages. Maybe it'll go live eventually. Yeah, maybe? So that is it for me and my big February progress. I mean, I didn't do bad. February is a short month. I made progress, and that's always good. I'd love to know if you have big goals and how you did on them. Just drop a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Are you feeling like thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways? I mean, that's probably where I am, right? I'm somewhere here. Some of it is good and some of it's bad. I don't know. Sometimes we're our own worst critics, right? Anyway, drop a comment to let me know you're still here. Hit subscribe and tap that little bell so you know when I'm back. Keep plotting the path to your own dreams, and I will see you next time. Bye!